In a battle between Russia and Ukraine, Germany continues to block Western support for Ukraine despite backlash from her NATO allies. This is reaching a new level when even the European Union partners and allies and neighbours of Germany are kicking off. Because we know exactly why. This soft touch that Germany has, especially under Merkel, the last couple of decades now, when it comes to the relationship with Putin, it's a bit dodgy now at this point, because when NATO are trying to send support for Ukraine, and I know that people have like different views on this now for some reason. I don't care who is invading which country. It's just not normal practice anymore. So if Russia is actually going to do this, then of course, if NATO exists, we have to obviously make sure that we defend friendly countries. But at the same time, I really don't want any sort of Eastern or Western empires to be created. Even if NATO goes too far or European Union go too far with the EU army. But in reality, this is simply about defending innocent people from any sort of conflict. And so obviously the West are sending all this support for the Ukraine. And at the same time, Germany, who are saying, well, we won't let you do this. It's just too far. We're not going to do. Seriously, one of the government spokesperson people come out from Germany to say that, well, it's not really possible to estimate the outcome of the process at this moment. What? I have no idea what they're thinking right now in Berlin, because we know that, especially when Merkel was running things mainly at the time, until recently, that, like properly, not behind the scenes, that maybe she misses the Eastern Bloc and also East Berlin and all the other the Soviet areas, because she was from there. She grew up in East Berlin. But that's just obviously an accusation that is completely biased. But jokes aside, there is this issue with these two, the besties, Angela and Vladimir, who I don't understand why. They give each other flowers. They like each other. But right now, Putin and Russia, their involvement with the energy supplies in Europe, especially when it comes to gas, is a bit dodgy, because when Germany sold out to Russia and they became completely dependent on Putin and his government, I don't care who Putin is at this point. You can't fully be dependent on any state, any foreign state, even America. I don't care. Or Canada, let's just say, if Canada had something that we need, obviously, right now to be completely dependent on. But at this point, we know that when Germany sometimes accidentally defends Russia, why it is? It's because of this behavior. It happened about a year ago, actually, just over a year ago, when Merkel was actually defending Putin and Russia's involvement when it came to a European crisis that they created with the energy prices. They said, no, wait, don't blame Putin, don't blame Russia. They are the suppliers. And they have been manipulating. And now the prices are going up, and then the whole mess has been created because Germany opened the door, firstly to the Middle Easterns in 2015, and now to Russia when it comes to supplies of gas. And then we wonder who's running Germany. Is it the European Union anymore? No, because when von der Leyen went to the European Union to run the Commission, she stopped defending Germany. So nobody actually cares anymore at this point, because when a year ago, 2 years ago, all the pro-restrictions and lefty Ramonas were saying, why can't the UK, England, be more like Germany? Look how well Germany is handling the global health crisis. They're fine. How's that going now, guys? How's Berlin looking now? And compared to England. So don't just come up with like random rhetoric, because there is this problem with the tensions between Ukraine and Russia. And whether we like it or not, NATO allies need to stick with each other. Well, there is an agreement, and Germany is part of NATO. So technically speaking, they need to calm down and take our side, because if tensions escalate, then you cannot have anything happening to ordinary people, innocent people in Ukraine or anywhere else for that matter. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm going to come back with more updates. Subscribe to the channel. I'm my Tousi, and we are the media.